Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is Pantry Cocktails, the show where I travel to meet people in their homes and teach them how to make delicious cocktails out of ingredients and tools they already have in their pantry. So, if you'd like to learn how to make better drinks at home and hear really great stories along the way, then stick around because this is for you. Today we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're going to meet Rene and Maria in their beautiful home. And if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go see what cocktails they have hiding in the pantry.
Hey.
Hi. Hey, girl. Good. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Come.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Rene.
Are you here to pimp our rug?
Come in. So we are here in Maria and Rene's kitchen, and I'm really excited to give you guys that pantry preview to see all the cool stuff that they have. They have like a really big pantry, and then they have two fridges. Well, I guess one's for eating and the other one's for drinking. But they do have two pantries. And then they have the mini bar. We'll drop the clip in so you can see what they have. Let me know if their pantry looks similar to yours. And obviously, they're big tequila lovers here. So we're going to be playing with tequila, which is one of my favorite things, so no big deal. After looking at your pantry, I decided we are gonna run with a little bit of personal history. So Rene here was born in Chihuahua. By the way, he's my little brother.
He's your little big brother.
He's my little brother. So I met him before he had his growth spurt, and we were like almost the same size.
Yeah.
We were almost the same size back then. I'm wearing heels right now. I'm gonna show you right here.
17 years old.
Yeah, he was little. He was little-er. He's not little anymore.
Yeah, back in the day.
I wish I'd known you since you were shorter than me.
You did kick me in the head.
I did kick him in the head one time. I did. He was making fun of me because I'm short. And we were walking out of a pool hall together, and there was like a puddle on the floor. I remember because I'm small, but I'm also a woman, and we have an elephant's memory.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He probably don't remember. No, he remembers because you told me that
I
story
remember in detail. We're walking out of this pool hall, and there's like a little puddle on the floor. It wasn't even a puddle, like someone spit on the floor. I think it might have even been him.
Was
like
it Q Club?
It was Q Club,
Oh.
and I think you spit on the floor, and you're like, "Oh, whoa, whoa, Sarah, watch out for that puddle. You might drown." Like, out of here.
Wow.
And I said, "You better watch your mouth. I'll kick you in your forehead." And he goes, "You can't reach my head." And like back then, I used to like super bendy. So I was like, "Yeah, I can kick you in the forehead." And then I'm standing next to him like I am right now, right? And then
That's why I don't feel comfortable.
straight up, just like boom. And I remember like the stunned look on his face.
He was shocked.
He was he was like,
What? It was
no, it was just kind of like,
You're
like that
like,
was,
she really did it. She really did it.
that was her tiny little foot.
She's not gonna hurt nobody. It's just surprising.
Wow.
But yeah, I warned him. I told him I'd kick him in the forehead and kept making fun of me being short, and then I did. And then he stopped, and it was good. And then with Maria, first of all, from the minute I really got to know Maria, I got to know that she has like the most infectious laugh. You hear her laughing, and I'm just like, that joke wasn't even that funny. But she's enjoying it so much that I have to enjoy it too.
Yeah.
She's absolutely infectious. And by the way, I wish we could pan the house so you could see how she decorated for fall. It looks so pretty.
Thank you.
I don't know, we might do a little crib style after. We'll see.
Sure.
Do you have like a whole room dedicated to decorations? You have to.
Well, he's gonna build. Actually, he's supposed to build me a storage. She's gonna
She
build
has a
storage.
room decorated to answer
I
your
do.
question. Yes, she
Yeah, I
does.
do right now.
There's a whole room full of decorations.
Actually, the room, and there's more than the room.
Room and garage.
Oh my
So
god,
I-
I just noticed those
And
little
attic.
ghosts in the corner look like little dicks.
They do.
Oh, penises.
I just looked over and it caught my eye.
They
and I was
do.
like, why does that look like a dick?
You have to put a picture up in there.
Yeah, we're gonna take a picture and put that up. I'm not crazy. I'm kind of crazy, but I'm not wrong. Rene is from Chihuahua, Mexico. That's
Yes, I
where he
am.
was born and then came to the U.S.
I was brought. I didn't come by myself. I was 5 years old.
I didn't say you
I was
came
just
here
making sure
alone.
I didn't break the law. They made me come. That's the difference.
He was invited.
Yeah.
Okay, Sotol is a product of Mexico. It is allowed to be made in the three of the northern states: Chihuahua, Coahuila, and Durango. It is made from not even a relative of the agave plant, so it's not similar to tequila and mezcal. And the only way that it's similar is that its legacy extends into ancient Mexico. But other than that, they are a completely different plant. We're gonna taste with these little shot glasses. Okay. This is produced in the state of Chihuahua because it is Sotol Hacienda de Chihuahua. It is the Reposado expression, which has been aged for anywhere from 6 to 12 months in new French oak barrels. Obviously, the French oak gives it that beautiful little bit of light straw, yellow, blonde color to the spirit. Now, the difference between like mezcal, tequila, and sotol is, so mezcal and tequila are agave spirits. Sotol is not an agave spirit. It is another desert succulent, but it belongs to another family. It's called the Decilerion willeri, otherwise known as the desert spoon, because the pencas and the leaves are very long and narrow. They do not have the same chemical compounds that are in the pencas of the agave plant, which can actually burn you if it gets on your skin, if some of the raw juices during cutting, especially if you're fair skinned, you can get a type of chemical burn, essentially. You may not. I remember being out in the agave fields and we were chopping up piñas, and some of the juice got on me and I was like, oh no, am I gonna burn? And I looked and I was like, I'm brown, I'm okay. It's okay. So yeah, only worry about that if you are fair skinned and you're really light, but otherwise, the agaves are, they are our friends, especially in the glass. Decilerion willeri actually has both male and female plants, so they need the assistance of wind in order to cross-pollinate. It is not the same for agaves. Agaves need pollination via pollinators, specifically a type of bat. But this one specifically goes from the Sonoran Desert down into the Jalisco Valley and the Jalisco area.
Okay.
And part of its migration route, it feeds on and pollinates and travels from different agave plants. And listen, more nerdy things about agaves if you want, I'll probably drop that into its own episode, because it is a very deep and rich love for me. But these bats
She has a lot
help
of
to
Definitely.
yeah, they help to propagate the species. But it is done through these bats at night, because that's when the flowers actually open. They're not open in the daytime, because when you're growing in a desert, what you're trying to do in the hottest part of the day is conserve energy. So the plants are completely sealed up and they close themselves. They do not perspire, so they can hold on to as much water as they can naturally. And then in the evening, the pores will open and they will even take moisture out of the night air and drink that in.
Oh, nice.
This is how resourceful
That's a
the
fun fact
magueyes
right
are.
there.
No idea.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it's fascinating. There's so many
Yeah.
fascinating facts when it comes to plants. I'm also an avid gardener. I love nerding out on things like that. I also love describing plants as people. I love describing people as plants, and vice versa, and liquor too, because we have a lot in common. I'm just saying. I'll explain
We're
more.
live. We're
Exactly.
alive.
We're all
Yeah.
live. We come from the earth, and so we do have a lot of things in common. And I think it's more important to focus on what we have in common than what we have that's different. That's all. the maturity for a Distillery Willeri is about 12 to 15 years on average before it can be harvested. But the cool thing about this is it can actually be harvested, allowed to like regrow multiple times during its life cycle.
So with the tequila is what, like a 6 years?
So with agaves, it ranges. It can be anywhere from 4 years on the shortest end. The high end can be 35 years plus, depending on the species and varietal.
Yeah.
So again, we can get further into that and like nerdier, but I could literally spend episodes and episodes and episodes just talking about like agave plants and tequila and mezcal and its rich and beautiful history. And it's a subject that I very thoroughly love and would absolutely enjoy exploring. And if you love it too, then hell yeah, let me know and I'll explore it with you. But this is from Chihuahua, Mexico. And they ferment this using champagne yeast and age it using new French oak barrels. So on the nose, cheers, I'm just gonna nose.
Well, he already drank it.
He's on, you can smell it then because you drink it.
It is, smells pretty good. I actually imported it myself.
So I would say the difference people ask like what's the difference between taste between mezcal, tequila, and sotol. So with mezcal, the difference in taste is you'll get earthiness, you'll get fruit, you'll get vegetables, you get some nice spice, a lot of tropical notes, and then with tequila, you get herbaceous, grassy, cooked agave. And then with Sotol, I think what makes it different is it's much more piney and resinous and vegetal. You get a nice minerality, a bit of mint and eucalyptus. It's a lot more cooling in that way than you'll get from tequila and mezcal. To me, it's kind of like how it makes them all a little different.
Drink it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing like a nosing evaluation and tell you kind of what flavors and aromas we get, because when I build cocktails, I think you have to be respectful of the base spirit, because if you're making a drink and you can't even tell what you made it with, then what was the fucking point?
Yeah.
You know, like what was the fucking point? Explain that to me. You should have just used vodka. If you don't care or you don't want to respect the way the spirit tastes and have that come through the cocktail, then you could just use anything.
Exactly.
Use your blank slate vodka. You just want to focus on the juice, cool. Focus, use vodka.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if you want to, prove like the skill of the hand of a chef and a good bartender is to enhance all of the ingredients in harmony and create interest in balance. If you don't know how to do that, then maybe step back, curtail your recipe, and look at it again. Yeah. It's okay to start over. Just, drink it and then start over and do better next time. That's okay.
I think balance is
Cheers.
probably the key to it.
Yeah.
Balance, I'm a firm believer in balance.
I'm just gonna rinse that around my mouth and kind of get a first impression, and then I'm gonna taste it. All right, that first note that hits me is definitely wet concrete, a little bit of banana. There's that mintiness coming in on the back end, and it almost feels like it just kind of evaporates off, and it has that, remember that eucalyptus that I talked about? It has that cooling eucalyptus effect. Mm-hmm. Oh, you drink yours too?
I did.
Dude, here, okay, try this. And then, I can't give you more shots because you're
no, I
cannot. Too loose. Like, I cannot.
Yeah,
you too, here. So you know what I'm talking about. And then your mouth, your tongue kind of gets coated in this bit of
It does. I still feel it.
Yeah, do you feel it? Do you feel it kind of like rising off your tongue like the vapors? Mm-hmm. But it feels super cooling in this effect. A little bit of like aloe vera. I definitely get like salt and cucumber. So there's a little bit of earthiness and melon. I think that's definitely a flavor I kind of want to roll with. There's that pininess that I was talking about.
Yeah, I could taste that pininess. I think that's more than anything.
It is very pronounced in Sotol, and you won't find it as heavily in agave distillate. So we walked through and looked at all the stuff that you have in your pantries and your fridges. I think I'm inspired by Maria. I want to do a twist on a Bloody Maria. So it's like a Bloody Mary, but it's not. We're kind of going to take some of the key elements and we're just going to twist them around. But in honor of Halloween and Maria, we're going to do a Bloody Maria is a version of a Bloody Mary made with tequila or some Mexican, I'm going to call it like a Mexican spirit because it's Bloody Maria.
What about Bloody Rene?
That doesn't. It doesn't sound as good. Like it does. Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue. bloody Rene. I feel like I'm British.
True. I got a lot of words all this time.
Oh my God, you're right.
My boss is British.
His boss is British. That makes so much sense. But no, we are not. We're Bloody Maria. And I think we're going to do it with some tomatillos. So flavor, let's go with Sotol. Flavors that we're bouncing off of. All right, we all understand the idea of complement, which is where you take two flavors that just harmoniously already like each other, like apples and cinnamon, and you put them together, right? We all understand that flavor harmony of complementing. There's also the idea of contrasting flavors. That's where we get the idea of like sweet and sour. You know, they are flavor opposites, but we also know that they have a beautiful relationship in offering what they both do that's different. And then we have what I like to call my third C. I used to call it completing the picture because it's like, okay, so what does this spirit have? It has earthiness, it has herbaceousness, it has a hint of vanilla, it's got mint, wet concrete, a light smokiness, aloe vera, salted cucumber. So those are kind of the flavors that I'm working with. Okay. What can I do with it? I want to build a Bloody Maria. That was the inspiration. I saw that
Bloody Rene.
Bloody Rene. Oh, my British accent is terrible. Look at that. So tomatillos. I can't be normal, so I don't want to use tomatoes for the savory. I saw you had tomatillos in the fridge, so I want to use tomatillos.
Okay.
Yeah, for that bit of like savory, citrusy to kind of bounce off of the sotol.
Okay.
And since they both have citrus notes, I consider that a flavor bridge because it's something that they share in common. So tomatillos, and I know that you like tropical elements. So I think tomatillo and pineapple are going to work really well together. So we'll get a little bit of like sweet, tropical, acidic, like brightness, and then cucumber. Cucumber is already a flavor note that is in the spirit. Building flavors like tomatillos, pineapples, cucumbers, that works together. You're gonna need a real acid, so we can do lime juice. I think lime is better than lemon in this situation because lemon is more tart than lime, but lime has the bitter, zesty element to it that I found in the spirit itself. So lime, and then lime and cucumber, we know they love each other. We know pineapple and lime, like they love each other. And we know tomatillos and lime, they definitely have shared taste. So that should be pretty harmonious. How do you guys feel about cilantro?
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
They're good? Oh, good. We're not cilantro
cilantro.
soap people. It's safe. If you're a cilantro tastes like soap person, just leave it out. No one's forcing you. I know that you like spice. You do not like spice. So we can put spice in it because I don't care what you want. I'm gonna we'll do a batch like without the spice, and then I'll have the spice on the side, and we can add it to his.
Yeah, because it's a Bloody Maria, not a Bloody Rene.
So do jalapenos for a little bit of spiciness. And I always say if you're gonna use pineapples, like pineapples, tomatoes, grapefruits, always salt them. Salt is a natural flavor enhancer. So use salt. So we're gonna throw a little salt in there. It'll basically tone down the bitterness of the cucumber peels. It'll tone down the bitterness of the cilantro, the jalapeno, and the tomatillos, and it'll enhance sort of the natural sweetness of all these things. Okay, so I see that we have a lot of bright, fresh elements. Let's introduce something savory. I saw a bottle of Salsa Maggi. We're gonna use Salsa Maggi.
It's really good sauce.
Yeah, I think that salty savory is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Let's make our bloody
I'm ready. I'm
Maria.
thirsty.
We went ahead and rinsed the stuff we were talking about off camera, and we're gonna start with about 330 grams of tomatillos, which is, I guess in ounces, is like 23 and a half, almost 24 ounces of tomatillos. So the only things I brought is a scale and a jigger. So you can have the full recipes at home. So what we're gonna do is we are just gonna submerge the tomatillos and then put them on the stove, and you just wanna wait until they change color and slightly burst open, but just a few of them. So we just wanna heat them up, soften them, because we don't want that fresh, raw, acidic flavor from the tomatillos. What we want is to get a little bit of the natural sweetness out of these. Yeah, let's go medium heat. You don't need to take very long. So we'll let those go, and while that's happening, we're gonna go ahead and get some cucumbers and make cucumber juice. When a fruit or a vegetable ripens on the vine or the tree or whatever, it actually ripens in like a gradient. So you know how pineapple actually tastes the sweetest on the bottom, and then it gets more sour as you get to the top? It's because as the pineapple ripens, it ripens from the bottom and it moves up. With a cucumber will ripen from, okay, so this is the stem end where it got cut off from the plant, and then this is the butthole. So, so the stem end is gonna have the most bitterness. So it ripens, and then it gets sweeter down here, and then it gets to the top, and that top part is where all the bitterness gets concentrated. So you can do yourself a favor and cut the top part off. You don't have to cut that much, but that one was kind of like soft, so I'm just cutting a little bit more than I need to, because you don't want soft and slimy. That's what she said. And then we're gonna chop these up, I'm gonna measure it, and we're gonna put that in a blender. The only thing I brought is a scale and a jigger to measure things so that I can write out the recipes and you can like replicate it at home. But honestly, this part you don't even need to measure. So it's just shy of 9 ounces. We're gonna throw this in a blender. Into the blender you go. Let's go ahead and run it. Oh, did you mean it? That doesn't work?
What's up?
No, he was playing.
I was kidding you, though.
Oh, Jesus, Rene. Okay, and then we're gonna turn that on. So for those of you at home who are blessed with a juice extractor, use that. But for the rest of us peasants, use your blender. Do you have a strainer? Well, just to strain out the pulp. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm visually enjoying this beautiful green. For cilantro, 3 grams. 3 grams of cilantro. Because we can always add more, but you can't take it out. So if I add too much, it overpowers everything, I can't take it back. So I'm okay with starting with, what's that, 3 grams, and then adding more if I need to, if it's not the flavor that I'm looking for. Pineapple juice, we're gonna do about 12 ounces. Well, I don't have a stirrer, so I guess what the knife's gonna be used for.
Yep.
We're gonna do about 3 ounces of lime juice. Fresh lime. Oh, it's my eye. And then just remember, when you see a recipe online and then you try it, you follow it to the T, and it just doesn't come out the same or the way you think it should have gone, or it doesn't feel balanced to you, just trust yourself. It's probably not. So things like fresh fruit and citrus, they're gonna have varying acid and sugar levels depending on the time of year that you got it, where you live, where the fruit actually came from, how long it's been sitting there. Those levels will naturally just change. So feel free to adjust it if it doesn't taste quite right or doesn't taste exactly the way you want it to. Like, it's your drink. You're allowed. Remember, all recipes are just guidances. Oh, that eye again.
Got some goggles for you.
I mean, I close them real quick so it doesn't get me.
The tomatillos should be ready. They change colors and they already split open.
Perfect. This is what the tomatillos look like. They are cooked and soft. They've turned kind of like a greeny brown color, and some of them split. So that just took a few minutes. Now we're gonna strain it out, and we're gonna add all of them to the blender. They're hot. Salsa Maggi. Salty, lots of salty umami. That's 6 dashes. Was that 5 or 6?
That was 5.
Okay, thank you. Bam. Okay.
That was 7.
We need a little bit of salt. Let's do 1 teaspoon. So Rene has this really, really nice salt experiment, Alaea Hawaiian sea salt. And it is beautiful and kind of briny and has some nice tropical notes in it. We're gonna go ahead and whiz that up.
You know, we could have boiled the tomatillos in here. I forgot.
Oh, really? This blender
is, yes, that's what it's for. Look, the tomatoes, everything.
You live and you learn. Her blender cooks.
It's the princess house.
That's cool. I want to do that.
Something cooks on. It's cute.
No, don't start with the funny jokes.
You guys are all
get mad. I can hang.
No fighting, no fighting.
Funny
Okay,
jokes.
let's taste this. Maria, taste this. You get the pineapple, you get the tomatillo, you get that hint of like cilantro. God, I want some heat in there. I do want some spice. That's so yummy.
Really good.
Okay, Rene, taste it.
Very good.
All right, this is the thing that I figured out when it comes down to see if the jalapeno is spicy. Because you can't tell. Can't tell from the size, can't tell from the smell, can't tell by the color, you can't tell by the shape. Chili peppers are just gonna be what they are, and it's always a surprise.
Yeah.
So I just cut a little bit of like the end top off, like that, right? And then I lick it. So I lick the cap. Yeah, that one's nothing. It just tastes like green bell pepper. Okay. And I found that there's gonna be enough of the bitterness and the spice, again, in the stem end, right? Where most of the chili veins and seeds are gonna be concentrated. So in the stem end. That one's a little bit spicier. We're gonna go with this one. But first, I'm gonna make your non-spicy version of this drink. Sotol in the cup. Okay, so my preferred ratio for a longer drink, like a Bloody Mary or a Mezcal Mule or a Jack and Coke, is gonna be 1 part spirit to 2 parts mix. And that I found to be the perfect balance of the drink still tastes strong, but balanced with the mixer. So I'll do 1.5. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I'll pour her 1.5 ounces. So that means we need 3 ounces of this mix concoction into the glass. Oh yeah, that's bubbly. Ooh, and then we get to have fun garnishing it. So we gotta think about how we're gonna make her pretty. So you cut the butts off. Let's give it a nice aesthetic. Okay, we're gonna go right through the middle of that circle. Okay, and then in half. Cut away from yourself and not towards yourself so that you can minimize the risk of injury. Always cutting away, so I'm cutting towards the board and not towards my hand. And then just to clean it up, like this is a proper garnish slice. Look at that. Like, come on. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. See that? How nice it is. We're just gonna cut a little notch into it because we're gonna put that on the glass. This was the spicy jalapeno we decided on. From the friendly end, I guess. Stabby stab. We're gonna do a thicker slice of jalapeno because that one's not cooperating. There we go. Lime, find out where that little crack is. We're gonna set it on top. I like it, right? Very creative. Right?
Yeah.
And cilantro sprig, because we've got those extra cilantro leaves that we washed and they're nice and pretty. And I also get that nice aroma. And I love just slapping the herbs onto the glass so you release the oils onto the glass. Not like against your hand, onto the glass. And we'll probably use the ice to kind of wedge that in there. How's that? I'm gonna taste this with the Sotol, make sure our ratios are right. That is delicious. Do I want to let Rene make his own? Do I want to let Rene make his own? See if he was listening?
Here's some ice for you.
He's a guy, of course he wasn't listening. All right. Cheers. Salud.
Wow, it's great.
Earthy, tropical. Ours is a little spicy. I added jalapenos to the batch after we made Maria's because she doesn't like spice.
I don't.
Yeah, it's fresh. It's bright. The Sotol definitely shines. It doubles down on those grassy, vegetal, herbaceous flavors, and then gives it a little bit of tropical fruit, which it didn't already have. So like I said, we add to complexity by giving it details that didn't already exist. And that is your turn to name it. Cheers. All right, we go on to the next cocktail. All right, cool. Let's do it.
We're making another one?
Yeah, we're making another one.
Oh my God.
Thought I was just gonna come here and make one drink. So we are going to start with 8 ounces of pineapple juice, and then we're going to measure sugar. All right, so the reason I'm adding sugar to the pineapple juice is, especially when you're using canned pineapple juice, it can taste kind of thin and like watery, because not necessarily that it is. So it's that, like, it's been pasteurized, it's been canned. Obviously the flavor changes during pasteurization, during that high temp like heating to make it safe, right? Versus fresh pineapple juice, like if you were to juice a fresh pineapple, you get a lot more of that fluff, that protein from the actual fruit itself, and you also get a little bit more acidity. But since we're losing some of the body during that cooking, I like using pineapple in cocktails in the form of syrup because I can get a little bit better texture, more palate weight, so you have a nicer mouthfeel when you're using it in a cocktail. And we're just gonna dissolve the sugar. Let me see where we are in that. It's almost completely dissolved. We're gonna come over in here and just like stir away and let that fully dissolve. And then I'm gonna do a little tasting of 1800 tequila, which 1800 is made by Casa Cuervo, Jose Cuervo, La Rojena Distillery, NOM number 1122, where they produce about 20 other brands, including Gran Centenario, our very familiar Jose Cuervo, Joe de Bell, Jaja Tequila, Tenampa, Matador, just to name a few. All right, so, oh yeah, a lot of rubber. And so the shape of the bottle is supposed to be like the shape of the Mayan pyramids. And this is the silver. It's their unaged expression from the 1800 line. You get wet earth, black pepper, and it's like butter fat. You smell that?
Yes.
On the taste, sweeter than I expected it to be.
Very sweet.
Yeah, right? Cooked agave, a little medicinal, vanilla, like, yeah, a lot more vanilla than I expected from the nose, and a little bit of plastic. Yeah, it looks nice and smooth to me. Let's taste it. Oh yeah. It's like pineapple candy. Okay.
Very syrupy.
Yes, so that's gonna give us nice body for the cocktail when we get to making the cocktail. This is made in an autoclave, so think of it as a big stainless steel oven. We have autoclave steam pressure cooking. This one is shred through a roller mill, which rinses the agave fibers to extract the sugars for fermentation. It's fermented in stainless steel tanks and distilled through column still, which means that the vapors rise up, they hit the column plate, they condense back down, and they kind of rise back up, and then they go through these separate perforated plates inside of a column versus like a single pot still with the swan neck and the condenser. We can go more in depth into distillation if you guys want, or if you're interested, but for this cocktail episode, we're going to be talking about how to make a cocktail out of what you have, and if you have 1800, which a lot of people do, this is something that you can make and enjoy at home and with your friends, and I encourage you to. So drink what you like, no judgment. Do I have my own things that I like? Yeah, of course, but that's not the point of this. The point of this is for me to show you what you can make with what you have, right?
Yeah.
Shaker, do you have a cocktail shaker? If you do, you don't, it's okay. We can improvise, no worries. We found half of one. Is this
I don't have. I'm gonna have the lid. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so we have a cocktail shaker, but we've lost the lid piece, which is totally normal because it's just a tiny little thing. It happens all the time. Gets lost in a drawer or in moving or whatever. We're gonna still use it and we're gonna improvise. No big deal. I always start with the base and then just like taste as you go. You guys remember I juiced that beautiful cucumber in the last cocktail and then I left it out? So I changed my mind because when I saw the color of the tomatillos and I thought about how the bright green would interact with that more golden, yellow, gray color, it wasn't gonna look as attractive. So I thought, well, I can just leave it out. No big. I'll use it for something else. So I came up with this. Start with the spirit. I actually like my drinks pretty strong, so 2 ounces of tequila 1800 or any tequila that you're using. It will work. Oh, I guess we spilled a little for the homies.
So let me ask you something. You know, for some people are not very familiar with drinks and stuff like that. One shot, it's 1 ounce or 2 ounces, technically. If you're gonna pour a shot.
Depends on where you're from. So typically it's 1.5 ounces. It's like right there in the middle actually.
Okay.
But it just depends on what the rules are for your state or what the standard is for that bar. If you're not sure, just ask. But in some states, the standard pour is 1 ounce. In Nevada, a typical pour is 1.5, but some places in casinos will pour a 2 ounce pour. There's also, like, if you ever seen an upcharge on your receipt because you asked for it on the rocks, they're not actually charging you for the ice unless it's an ice bump. They're charging you because on the rocks, they're actually pouring you more than just a straight shot. So they might add an extra ½ ounce in there, and that's what you're getting that bump charge for. Or if you ask for it neat and you see like a neat charge, like a neat bump, they're pouring more than that standard 1.5 or 2 ounce pour.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that, but
Yeah, like,
just saying for the viewers.
Don't yell at the bartender.
Sure, I bet. He said for the people that didn't know, but he knew.
I mean, you work in a restaurant, you know, and people come in from all over the place.
Yes.
Okay, ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, I know you like it on the sweeter side, so I'm actually gonna add a little bit extra. I'm probably gonna do an extra ½ ounce, because you like them sweet and tropical. And this is Maria's show, not ours. Not ours, we gotta respect that.
Are you gonna need ice?
Yes, please. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of that pretty cucumber, and we're gonna taste it again. I get tequila, pineapple, and cucumber. All right, now time to balance it with a little bit of lime juice. I have 1.5 ounces of sweet, ½ ounce of essentially cucumber water. So let's start with a ½ ounce of this. I suspect that we might need 3/4, but we can, like I said, start with a little bit, add more if you need it, but if you put too much, you fucked up and you gotta go back and do it again. Just kidding, just add ice, drink it, and do better next time. Oh, ½ ounce was all we needed. That was perfect, see what I mean? And we're just gonna do a tiny, tiny, tiny little, oh, that's a lot. We're doing like a few granules, just like the littlest pinch. It's not supposed to be, I forget, left shoulder or right shoulder? Both shoulders cancels out?
Yeah.
There we go, we're done.
Whole shoulder.
I can never remember the rule on that. Whichever one keeps the devil away.
It depends on the state. Every state has different laws. Since it's Nevada, you know,
So Australia throws it over a different shoulder.
country.
Do they throw it between their legs?
No.
Because they're upside down?
they're upset.
The bottom of the world. Australians, tell me, do you throw the salt between your legs? I need to know. I've never been to Australia. You know why?
Why?
Because they're spiders, they have weather. Their
Uh-huh.
spiders could be a weather event.
Yes, like they're the size of cats.
That doesn't
Spiders.
terrify you?
Of course.
So this ice is actually pretty wet. So
That's what he said.
This area, so it's going to dilute really, really quickly. So what I did is load the shaker up with ice so that I can minimize dilution. If I use just a little bit of ice, then I would get like a whole lot of water. We are going to use a towel because we've got the spraying end like staring us in the face, and that is just trouble waiting to happen. So when you're doing a bar, when you got a hole, cover it. So we're gonna cover that with a towel. Is it gonna affect the taste? Yeah, slightly, you nerd, but we're working with what we've got, okay? Do you have a piece of plastic?
A piece of plastic.
Yeah, so it's not like straight up into the fabric.
Okay.
We can use like a piece of saran wrap, we can use a plastic sandwich bag. Any piece of plastic will do just to cover this. I mean,
No, that's not.
if you're gross,
That's rubber.
if you're gross, sure, Rene, I will shake your next one with the condom. Go bring me one.
Just an example.
Dare you. Okay, ready? We're gonna, so hold it really tight. We're gonna shake. Okay, that feels cold. Yep, okay, we're just drinking it like that. Okay, this is a cocktail, but these guys, they only drink big drinks, so they only have big glasses. There's no like cool little cocktail glasses.
We are
like
big people.
little fancy glasses. So big drinks, bottoms up. Cheers.
Drink.
Okay. Do you like that one?
I do. Ronnie, you want to try it? Lime?
See,
Yeah.
this is the exact thing we're talking about, balance with the salt, the cucumber, and the lime,
Yeah.
and the pineapple juice, the sweetness, it kind of balances.
Talk
but it's
about a
not too sweet.
poolside
Yeah.
slammer.
So that's the problem. You just have to make all my drinks from now on.
So that recipe we built was 2 ounces of tequila, an ounce and a half, 1 ounce to 1.5 of the pineapple syrup that we made. And again, if you like it a little on the sweeter side, do the 1.5 ounce. If you like it a little bit on the tartar side, just do the 1 ounce. And again, it's a recommendation. Build it the way that you like it, but I like to build and taste as you go because you can self-correct. We did a 1/2 ounce of the cucumber water and then a 1/2 ounce of the fresh lime juice and the teeniest pinch of salt. Like a few grains, crumbs, like the smallest amount of salt that you could fit between your fingers, that much. Then load it up with a lot of ice. Like if you have a really good dense ice, you don't have to load up the shaker as much. But we have, that Green Valley grocery ice, that grocery store ice that just dies at the mention of the sun. So we want to load up and pack in a lot of it so that we can better control dilution for ourselves. Okay? Because I don't want a watered down drink. I don't want a watered down drink. I want a delicious
cold,
drink.
very cold, very refreshing.
And you get everything. You get the tequila. You get the pineapple.
This is actually a very dangerous drink because you can't taste the alcohol that much. So if you're a heavy drinker, you're gonna drink these like water.
There's 2 ounces of alcohol in it.
Yeah, I know.
Sneaky, sneaky. You want to know what else you can do with this base? So if we take the pineapple syrup, the cucumber water, and the lime juice, take the same base, and we're gonna make another drink with it, but we're gonna do beer. So we're gonna make a shandy. Because I saw some Modelo in the fridge.
Modelo. I mean,
Yeah.
what kind of Mexican you are if you don't have Modelo in your refrigerator? Right?
Okay, so we are going to take the same things that we just did. I'm gonna grab beer. Okay, that pineapple, cucumber. We're going with the same ratios, okay? If you nail the base, meaning the base mix, the base concoction mixer, and you can pretty much you could add gin to this, you could add vodka to this, you could add mezcal to this, and it would work. You can add beer to this, like we're gonna do right now, and it's gonna work. Beer glass, let's load her up. No ice, straight in. It'll do the mixing for me because what I just added is more dense, so I don't have to stir it. I'm still gonna, just because I'm OCD, but you don't actually have to stir it. But here we have basically a pineapple cucumber beer shandy. And I'm gonna cut this cucumber up.
Pineapple.
It's pineapple.
Oops, I'm gonna cut this pineapple up. I got cucumbers on my mind. Calm down, girl. What did I say? Don't cut towards your hand.
It's still crooked.
It's still crooked.
Want me to help you out with that?
Yeah, you wanna? That'd be appreciated.
You want to
Thanks.
grab another knife?
Yeah, because that knife.
Yeah, this knife it's a bread knife.
Yeah, that one.
Did it? And we got it. And then we're gonna just do this. Oh, you know what?
You know what? That's what it was missing, the garnishes.
And cut some wheels. What's that? A simple woman. Look at that. You don't need to be difficult, don't need to be complicated, but you do need to enjoy your life. Cheers. Your shandies.
What about you, Sarah? So
No, we had 2 cups left.
we got a lot of beer left.
Do you like it? See, we took the same base ingredients, base recipe, we mixed it up and it still works. Right. Thank you.
This is actually pretty goddamn good. This right here, Definitely. Ooh, wow. Sorry guys, in the background we got the guy that's editing our
it
does,
videos.
it does.
Okay,
Yeah.
try it.
He just tasted it, he gave a thumbs up,
It is
so.
good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Again, the cameraman likes the drink, and then the video gets shaky.
Finish it.
It's all my fault. All my fault.
Wow. I actually tell you, I didn't think it was gonna taste this actually. This surprised me.
Yeah.
Tastes the
Yeah.
pineapple really good in that one.
Yeah. The syrup on the pineapple.
Yeah.
Sugar.
I'm telling you, like, if you're gonna use pineapple from a can, turn it into a syrup, and you're gonna get better flavor impact, you're gonna get better texture impact, you're gonna get better palate weight. Like, it's such a simple little tweak to make it that much more interesting.
What's the name of that one?
The audience has to name it again, remember? Audience contest, it's a shandy. Name it, just don't name it after us. And don't be stupid. Don't get me canceled, I'll do a good job of that myself. Are we like, we're good?
Yeah, we are.
How are you feeling? We just moved to shots now?
I'm not whatever, I'm down. Don't ask me. I mean, if you want to move on.
We asked
to a
Doña, it's her
next
show.
No, put
Yeah?
them up. The shot. You want shots?
I'll do a shot.
Do it.
Okay.
And then all three of you have to jump in the pool.
round, no pool.
Jump in the pool after.
After hours.
Hey, you don't have to tell me twice. That's what happened last night, actually, with me.
What happened? What did
We
you
had
do?
a
Did you jump in
party.
the pool?
We had a party. Yes, my niece is my first birthday, and they had a little, family get together at my nephew's, and he has a pool too. We were leaving already, and then my nephew's like, "Oh, you're not down to jump in the pool?" I'm like, "Psh." I bend down to start taking off my shoes, and he's like, "What's that? What does that mean?" I mean, that means I'm gonna fucking jump in the pool, so let's go. And he's like, "Okay." So I started taking off my earrings, and I give them to Rene. What were your thoughts, Rene?
Like flashbacks. When she's about to fight somebody.
I know, that's what I said. I was like, she's not taking off her earrings.
Rene was like, "What? She's gonna go fight somebody or what?"
That's funny. Well, cheers. Maria took her earrings off.
I jumped in with the clothes I was wearing.
Did you take your cell phone out of your pocket? I always forget that part.
I did. I did.
That's good. So that was our cocktails with Maria and Rene. If you want to, Maria and Rene. Why look at him? He looks nothing like Maria. Not even a little bit. It's the drinks, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's okay. They're good. Well,
Very good.
I hope that gave you inspiration. I hope you want to try to make all of these things at home, because who doesn't have a can of pineapple juice and some cucumbers and some limes, or like I said, you non-cilantro people, you non-spicy jalapeno people, like it's fine. Everyone is welcome. All spirits are welcome. And listen, I know that there's a lot of people out there who would like shit on certain additive flavored brands, undisclosed materials. I get it. I have my own ideas, my own preferences, but this isn't about that. This channel is really about being approachable about what you use, using what you really have, and making it delicious and making it approachable and feasible to execute. And some people are gonna have the really stellar, I just wanna sip this and sit neat and put my finger up and turn my nose down at everybody.
Whoa.
And then some people are gonna have plastic jugs of vodka. It's fine. We're making it all work because that wasn't the point. The point is for us to get together, to connect with each other, and to talk to each other again. Like, it's just about hanging out. That's the most important part of hospitality. And that lately has felt like it's taken a back seat, and we want to restart the conversation around the right things, which is not these things, it's about these things. These things.
Message.
Message received. Cheers. We'll see you at after hours. You ready? You ready? You ready? Cheers. I love tequila. Yeah, but it looks good.
I told her a fun fact is that everybody from the family always calls me when they want to decorate. I always have to go, like my mom especially. And
So
my
what
sister
happened here?
call me to go shopping.
You live here.
I should let you decor.
There will be nothing on the fucking wall.
Exactly. Not even fucking sofas and couches, table, nothing.
Right? He would have like his pool table. But no sofa. That's a bachelor pad for you. On the floor. Like maybe a bed
I know you would, baby.
The lawn chairs, the folding lawn chairs. Yeah. It wouldn't even be like an actual seat. There would be one towel in the bathroom.
That's Rene.
You need a towel, what you can
Air dry. Fuck it.
Shake it off like your dog.
Hard as fuck. I love hard the towel.
Ew.
He's like trying to
That's
find,
not a bad.
he's
That's
finding the
something
one
else.
soft corner. Wipe your whole body.
Fucking dry